Hi, this is Imprint the World, and I'm Michaela.
And I'm Maddie, and today we're going to be talking about self-worth and appearance and finding your value in God rather than the world.
So let's get started. So we have a verse for you, and it's Proverbs 31:30, and it says, "Charm is deceptive and beauty is fleeting, but a woman who fears the Lord will be greatly praised." So I'm just going to start by breaking down kind of the verse itself, and I'm going to start with fearing the Lord, because when I was a little girl, I'm like, fearing the Lord, I'm like, should I be scared of God, you know? Like, I don't want to, like, he's my father, like, why should I be scared of him? But it actually means just, like, respecting, obeying, submitting yourself, and worshiping him. And I just wanted to get that across before anything else. So basically, doing that is fearing God. So now I'm going to go into kind of the world definitions of charm and beauty. I'm just going to give some examples that I feel in my life are important, and I kind of sometimes put my value in that other than God. And some examples are makeup, clothes, cars, followers and likes, money, friends, popularity. And one thing kind of like comes across my mind when I say all that, and that word is temporary. All that stuff is right here, right now. You only get glory for that on this earth. You know, and I love the verse for 1 Peter 1:24 through 25. It says, let's find this here. Here it goes. People are like grass. Their beauty is like a flower in the field. The grass withers and the flower fades, but the word of the Lord remains forever. So I feel like these charms and beauties are kind of just like the flowers. They'll fade, but the word of the Lord will remain forever. And in the end, all God cares about is if your heart is right with him. He could care less about all these other things. And sure, it is nice to have nice cars, put on lots of makeup, and you know, that's okay. But when it comes down to at the end of the day, is you have to ask yourself, what do you find your value in? Because if you're finding your value in these clothes, the followers and likes, the money, then your life is not right with him, because he wants you to put all your values in him. And when you put your value in God, then you never have a reason to doubt your worth. And that's as simple as it gets, because your worth and your value to God is so important. And when you put that in it, he and you will just be like peanut butter and jelly.
Okay, so going off of that, I picked out a verse to share with you guys, and it's 1 Peter 3 verses 3 and 4. It says, "Your beauty should not come from outward adornment, such as braided hair and the wearing of gold jewelry and fine clothes. Instead, it should be that of your inner self, the unfading beauty of a gentle and quiet spirit, which is of great worth in God's sight." So kind of some things that I wanted to get across before I really say anything is like, at first it says, your beauty should not come from outward adornment, and I was like, what in the world is adornment? So I Googled it, and adornment is kind of another word for decoration, which I thought was really cool, and it just kind of spoke to me as like our clothes and our house, and you know, basically all the things that Michaela covered, and Instagram, social media, all that stuff. That's like totally like our decoration for our heart and for our inner like soul, and what we believe in and what we think and what we're putting our time in. So I had to ask myself a question, like, is once my decoration is like completely off, all things aside, once I'm not trying to make my hair look the best at school or get anyone's approval, I don't even know, whatever, like, am I like putting enough time into my inside beauty rather than the decoration that's covering me up, you know? So that's a really good question that you should ask yourself, and something that I used to struggle with, it was definitely trying to get other people's approval and just trying to stand out so that other people could see me as, you know, pretty or nice or funny or, you know, all the things. And I was a perfectionist and was obsessing over myself and what people thought, and basically the decorations that I put on every single morning. And during that time, it nearly destroyed me, because that's all you think about. It's just like a cloud that covers your head, and you really can't think straight about anything else, much less God. So It wasn't until I started exercising spiritually more often and trying to put my time into Him rather than into the world. And that's when I found like true peace and comfort. And that's when I finally got to a point where I was a gentle and quiet spirit. And once you become that and once you find Him, like you never have to worry about what others think of you, because you truly like find yourself and you find God. And when you find Him, He speaks to you like in a completely different way that you would ever imagine, and just constantly is telling you like you're worth it, like you're beautiful, like you don't have to worry about the world's like approval, because it's not worth it, because when we die, like the world's gone and what's next, you know? So that's just something that I encourage you guys to ask yourselves, like once all the decorations are gone, like what is inside? Is it a spirit that's trying to impress the world and trying to make others think of you as this grand, big, impressive, beautiful person? I don't know. Or is it that of God, who's wanting to chase after Him and fulfill God's like plan for you? And once you find that, you find peace and comfort, and you will never have to worry. And it's hard in a world full of like the enemy just trying to tear you down, because the enemy wants you to put on that decoration 24/7, never take it off, put your whole time into it. But we just have to really stand up from that and just realize that when you do that, you're not going anywhere but bad places. So yeah.
So we kind of have like a weekly challenge per se, kind of like a spiritual
challenge
really.
So this week I just challenge you guys to write a verse, like either in your mirror or wherever you get dressed, on your counter, your dresser, in your car, wherever you look often, and just a verse that really gives you comfort and peace and just encouragement that you have worth and that you're important. And just keep reading that and reading that and reading that. And, you know, while you're getting ready for school in the morning and you're trying to put all this makeup on so everyone thinks you look beautiful, or work, wherever you're going, you read that and you're like, wait, like, the only person I'm impressing here is God, and He loves you no matter what. So I just encourage you guys to do that and just to keep...
And be you.
Just keep going on with yourself, and just remember that truly the only one that matters is God's opinion, and He will never, ever, ever look down on you, you know?
And you're worth so much, so never forget
worth
that.
is so important, because I know there's so many times where I doubt my worth and like I don't even deserve any of this, but once you have like a content heart with the Lord, like you're always gonna be worthy enough for His love, so which is awesome, because you totally don't deserve it.
Well, we thank you so much for watching, and have a great rest of your weekend.
Have a great Friday.
Woo! Bye!